Puff started to try to pay the artist on Rockefeller and State Property to come write for him, and I wouldn't let any of them go over there without me because I didn't want them to be influenced by whatever was going on over there. So I was like, I'm going over there. I would never let them go over there without me, and I would make sure I negotiated all their deals.
Dame Dash is back at it again, and this time, he's not holding anything back. In a recent interview with The Art of Dialogue, Dame revealed why he never trusted Diddy around Jay-Z, and the reasons are deeper than we thought. According to Dame Dash, during the early days of Rockefeller, he was cautious about Diddy's influence on Jay-Z. He mentioned that Diddy was killing Jay-Z at the time, especially after Biggie's death, and that Jay-Z was looking up to Diddy's flashy lifestyle. Dame didn't want Jay to be swayed by that image, so he kept a close eye on their interaction.
Wow, so the streets is watching was your idea?
Come on, bro. Yeah, of course. Yeah, what happened there was, and again, look at the receipts. For some reason, Homeboy wanted to be, and I hate to say this now, but Puff was killing him, right? He was killing him is when Biggie died. And on another note, I was in the studio when Source Money wrote Every Step You Take because Puff started to try to pay the artist on Rockefeller and State Property to come write for him, and I wouldn't let any of them go over there without me because I didn't want them to be influenced by whatever was going on over there. So I was like, I'm going over there. I would never let them go over there without me, and I would make sure I negotiated all their deals. So anyway, Puff was rolling. I remember running into Mace right before he did that video with the red shiny suit on. And I'm teasing him like, yo, what are you doing with a red shiny suit on? And he was tight like, man, Puff got me doing this. And I'm like, yo, what happened to Mace Mussolini? But that worked. So I guess, Jay wanted a Hype Williams video and I wasn't jacking Paul's hype neither. I didn't want nothing to do with that shit. And Hype gave us a treatment that had Jay as a clown, literally a balloon. He had his nose as a balloon and he pops it, right? And I was like, yo, he's trying to give us the banana in the tailpipe. But Jay was like, nah, that's what everybody doing. That's what we got to do. All right. So we do it. It's called Sunshine, and we got these suits on. And what was fucked up about it was I was like spoofing them. Like I was like, oh, it was like a spoof. And everyone took it serious because we had suits and they roasted us for that video.
Let's take it back to the late 90s. Diddy just dropped No Way Out. Victory was a smash. Been Around the World was everywhere. And of course, I'll Be Missing You was dominating the charts after Biggie passed. Bad Boy wasn't just a label. It was a whole movement. Shiny suits, Versace shades, and champagne popping energy, Diddy made success look easy. He was the man everybody wanted to be. And Jay-Z, he was still trying to break through the mainstream. Reasonable Doubt was respected, of course, but it wasn't a commercial hit. Jay-Z was a street legend, not yet a superstar though. So naturally, he looked up to Diddy. You can't even blame him for that. But Dame Dash saw something completely different. To Dame, Diddy represented the kind of flashy distraction that could lead Jay-Z astray. Dame wasn't just building a label. He was building a culture, something raw, authentic, and unapologetically street. He didn't want Jay-Z to turn into a dancing, flashy industry puppet. Like he said, at the time, Puff was killing Jay-Z. Puff was on fire. Jay was looking up to Puff. I was like, yo, don't do that, Clown S. That's crazy. Dame felt like he had to intervene just to keep Jay-Z focused. And it wasn't just about influence. It was about protection. Now here's where it gets even deeper. According to Dame Dash, Diddy tried to pull some of Rockefeller's talent to work with him. Dame said Diddy wanted them to come write for him to help build out his music. And Dame said absolutely not. Dame said, I wouldn't let any of them go over there without me. That's how much Dame didn't trust Diddy. He wasn't trying to let his artists get caught up in the bad boy machine. He knew how Diddy operated. He knew the charm, the money, and the fame. And he knew once you got close to Diddy's world, it was hard to come back to reality. He wasn't just worried about Jay-Z being influenced. He was worried about Diddy straight up stealing his people. In Dame's mind, Diddy was the kind of guy who would shake your hand while reaching for your artist with the other. And honestly, that don't sound too far-fetched at all. Let's talk about the Sunshine video. Now, this was a moment Dame Dash always brings up when he talks about how Diddy's influence almost ruined Jay-Z. Here's the story. Jay-Z wanted a flashy video for Sunshine, and Hype Williams came up with the concept that had Jay-Z looking like a clown, literally, red nose and all. Dame Dash was against it. He knew it was a bad look. He felt like this was some Diddy-influenced foolishness. But Jay-Z said, this is what's popping right now. This is what people want to see. He was chasing that shiny suit wave. Dame let him do it, of course, and the video flopped hard. People clowned it, no pun intended. Dame felt like it was a turning point. Jay realized that trying to imitate Diddy was not the move at all. He had to build his own lane, and Dame Dash was there to make sure he didn't lose himself in the process. Now let's be real. Some people say Dame Dash was just being jealous or insecure or even controlling. But when you look at the bigger picture, Dame was actually right. Diddy was known for being a master manipulator in the industry. He knew how to charm people, knew how to make deals, and knew how to make people feel like they were winning even when they were just getting used. Dame had seen enough shady deals go down. He had watched Biggie die, seen how Mace got burnt out, and witnessed what happened to so many artists who signed to Diddy. He didn't want Jay-Z to be next. He didn't want Rockefeller to turn into Bad Boy 2.0. And most of all, he didn't want to lose control of the empire he was building. But here's the twist. Eventually, Jay-Z did start to move closer to Diddy anyway. They started to pop up together more often. And Dame, he slowly started to get pushed out. That paranoia he had early on started to come true. Jay-Z became more industry, more polished, and more executive. And Dame, he stayed raw and authentic. To this day, Dame Dash talks about how he felt betrayed by Jay-Z's moves. But in the beginning, he was just trying to protect the brand. He didn't want Diddy stealing the vision or the artist. So now here we are. Years later, Diddy's facing all kinds of lawsuits. People are finally starting to speak out about the shady stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. And Dame Dash is sitting back like, I told y'all. He tried to warn people back then. He tried to keep Jay-Z away from that world. And now that the truth is coming to light about how Diddy ran his business, how people were treated, and how power and fame corrupted everything, Dame Dash looks like a prophet. Maybe he wasn't crazy after all. Maybe he was the only one who was really paying attention. But here's the part that probably hurts Dame the most. While Diddy's getting exposed for all kinds of foul stuff, Dame Dash has his own legal issues as well. The same man who helped Jay-Z get to the top and ultimately become a billionaire, right now, he's being forced to sell off a lot of his stuff. He's facing lawsuits left and right and can't even get proper support from the industry he helped shape. And guess who's not showing up for him at all? Jay-Z. Let that sink in. The man Dame fought for, protected, went to war for. The one he told to stay away from Diddy because he saw something dangerous. That same Jay-Z ain't said a word. Didn't step in, didn't help, didn't even offer a word of support while Dame was in court fighting to keep his legacy. That ain't just business. That's straight up betrayal. This whole situation really shows how deep the game is. It's not just music. It's power, influence, control, and legacy. And back in the day, Dame Dash was fighting to protect all of that, even if it meant pushing back against the biggest name in the industry. So what do y'all think? Was Dame Dash just being paranoid, or was he actually ahead of his time? Did Diddy almost change the course of Jay-Z's career? It was Dame Dash the only one who saw it coming. Comment your thoughts down below. Let's get this conversation going. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.